As we age, have you ever noticed that your legs aren't as strong as they once were? What if I told you that with the right foods, you could keep your legs strong, healthy, and mobile for years to come? The good news is that maintaining leg strength doesn't have to mean expensive treatments or tough workouts. It all starts with what you put on your plate. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 simple foods that can make all the difference when it comes to maintaining leg strength and preventing the decline of muscle and joint health as we age. These are foods that anyone can easily incorporate into their diet, and they can help you stay active and independent longer. If you enjoy tips like these and want to stay strong as you age, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to know, what's one food you eat regularly to support your health? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. Let's take control of our health, one meal at a time. 1. Protein-rich foods for leg strength. As we age, the strength of our legs can be one of the first things to fade. Whether it's from muscle loss or just the effects of time, it becomes increasingly difficult to stay as active and independent as we once were. For many seniors, even getting up from a chair or taking a walk around the block can become a struggle. But here's the good news. You have the power to fight back. By focusing on nutrition, specifically protein, you can preserve your leg strength and keep your mobility for longer. Meet Bob, a 78-year-old retired firefighter from Phoenix, Arizona. Bob spent his younger years running into burning buildings, carrying heavy equipment, and staying in top physical shape. His job was physically demanding, and he prided himself on being able to keep up with younger colleagues. But after his retirement, he began to notice something unsettling. His legs felt weaker, and he struggled more with daily activities. Walking his dog, Daisy, used to be a breeze, but now it felt like a tiring challenge. Bob realized he needed to find a way to restore some strength to his legs, especially after experiencing muscle soreness in his calves and thighs after a simple walk. He started researching ways to support his body naturally. It didn't take long for him to come across one of the most important elements for preserving muscle mass in aging adults: protein. Protein is crucial for muscle maintenance and repair, particularly as we grow older. It's like the foundation of a house. Without it, everything starts to crumble. Muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, affects nearly every senior to some degree, and it can make movement more difficult, eventually leading to a loss of independence. Bob knew he needed to ensure he was consuming enough protein, especially to support his leg muscles. He began incorporating more protein-rich foods into his diet, and to his surprise, he noticed a difference after just a few weeks. Not only did his energy levels increase, but his legs felt stronger, and his walks with Daisy became a lot less taxing. So, why is protein so important for seniors? As we age, our body's ability to repair and maintain muscle tissue diminishes. Muscle mass naturally declines after the age of 30, but this process accelerates as we approach our 60s and 70s. Seniors need more protein than younger adults because their muscles break down and rebuild more slowly. Without enough protein, muscle loss can lead to reduced strength and mobility, increasing the risk of falls and decreasing overall independence. Incorporating protein into every meal is one of the simplest ways to combat muscle loss and keep your legs strong. But what exactly are the best sources of protein for seniors? Let's take a closer look at some of the top choices that can benefit your body. For Bob, lean meats became a staple in his meals. Chicken and turkey are rich in high-quality protein, and they provide the amino acids needed to rebuild muscle. But Bob knew variety was key, so he made sure to include fish like salmon, which is not only an excellent source of protein, but also provides omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are great for reducing inflammation, which is especially important for seniors dealing with joint pain or stiffness. Bob's meals started to include baked salmon with roasted vegetables, giving him both protein and heart-healthy fats. Eggs became another go-to source for Bob's protein intake. He started making scrambled eggs with spinach and onions, adding a rich combination of protein, vitamins, and minerals. Eggs are versatile, easy to prepare, and packed with essential amino acids that support muscle repair. On top of that, eggs are loaded with vitamin D, which is important for bone and muscle health, particularly as we age. Bob also enjoyed a protein-packed breakfast by mixing Greek yogurt with fresh berries and a handful of nuts, offering a dose of protein and fiber to start his day. But what if you prefer plant-based options? Bob didn't just rely on animal-based protein. He also added beans and tofu into his meals. These plant-based options provide all the necessary amino acids for muscle repair and are rich in fiber, which helps maintain digestive health. Bob would make a hearty bean chili or stir-fry tofu with veggies, keeping his meals diverse, delicious, and nutritious. One of the benefits of eating protein-rich foods is that it helps you feel fuller for longer, which is particularly helpful if you're looking to maintain a healthy weight. As we age, maintaining a healthy weight becomes even more important because carrying excess weight can place additional strain on our joints and muscles. Eating protein helps Bob stay satisfied, reducing the temptation to snack on less healthy options. It's also crucial to spread out your protein intake throughout the day. Many people think they can just eat a large steak at dinner, and that's enough, but the body is much more efficient at using protein when it's distributed throughout the day. Bob made sure to include protein in every meal, whether it was a protein smoothie in the morning or a protein-rich salad for lunch. Incorporating protein into your diet is essential, but it's not just about quantity. The quality of protein is just as important. For seniors, it's beneficial to focus on high-quality protein sources that are easily digestible. This is why lean meats, fish, eggs, and plant-based protein options are particularly good choices for maintaining leg strength. By consuming the right types of protein, seniors can ensure that their muscles are getting the nourishment they need to stay strong. So, what can you take away from Bob's story? If you're feeling like your legs are weakening with age, it might be time to reassess your diet. By focusing on high-quality protein sources and ensuring you get enough each day, you can maintain muscle strength, improve mobility, and regain the confidence you once had. The journey to stronger legs begins with the foods you eat, and it doesn't have to be complicated. With a little planning, you can make protein a part of every meal and start seeing results in no time. Bob's experience serves as a powerful reminder that taking care of your body, even as you age, is all about making small, consistent changes. The simple addition of protein-rich foods to his daily routine has helped him maintain his strength and independence, and it can do the same for you. As you work toward maintaining leg strength, remember that eating the right foods, staying active, and taking care of your overall health can make a huge difference in your quality of life. Stay strong, stay active, and never underestimate the power of a good, protein-packed meal. 2. Omega-3 fatty acids for joint health. As we journey through life, aging often brings about changes that we don't expect. While the gray hairs and a few more wrinkles are visible signs, there are other subtle changes that we can feel but may not always recognize, like stiffness in our joints. Joint discomfort is a common problem as we grow older, and it can significantly impact mobility, making activities that once seemed easy now more challenging. One of the best ways to combat this is by adding omega-3 fatty acids into our diet. Meet Linda, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Denver, Colorado. Linda spent her younger years teaching high school English, always on her feet, moving between classrooms and leading discussions. She loved walking in the nearby parks, taking in the fresh mountain air, and hiking the scenic trails that Denver has to offer. But in her early 70s, Linda began to feel a nagging discomfort in her knees and lower back. What was once an easy walk became more and more difficult, and she started to avoid physical activity altogether, unsure of what to do to address the pain. One day, after hearing her doctor mention the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, Linda decided to do some research. She learned that omega-3s are essential for reducing inflammation, improving joint health, and alleviating muscle stiffness. As we age, chronic inflammation tends to become more prevalent, especially in the joints, and omega-3s can help regulate this inflammation. They are also crucial for maintaining healthy cartilage, which is what cushions the bones in our joints, and promoting overall mobility. For Linda, this information was a game changer. She realized that by simply adjusting her diet, she could improve her joint health and enjoy her walks again. Linda immediately made changes to her diet, adding foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids. She started incorporating fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, into her weekly meals. These fish are loaded with EPA and DHA, the two most beneficial forms of omega-3s, which are absorbed efficiently by the body and can reduce inflammation. Linda enjoyed a grilled salmon fillet with roasted vegetables on Tuesday nights, and on Fridays, she'd make a hearty mackerel salad. These meals became staples in her kitchen, and over time, she began to notice that her joints felt better. The stiffness in her knees diminished, and the discomfort she'd been feeling in her lower back became much more manageable. But it wasn't just about fish. Linda also found other ways to incorporate omega-3s into her diet with plant-based sources. Walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds became her new go-to snacks. She added a handful of walnuts to her oatmeal every morning, sprinkled ground flax seeds onto her salads, and mixed chia seeds into her smoothies. These plant-based sources provide ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, another form of omega-3 that the body can convert into EPA and DHA. By adding these foods into her daily meals, Linda found herself feeling more agile and pain-free. Her body felt nourished from the inside out, and it was having a profound effect on her mobility. It's not just the food choices that made a difference. Linda made sure to keep her meals varied, enjoyable, and packed with other nutrients that complement omega-3s. For example, she paired her salmon with a side of sautéed spinach, which is rich in magnesium, another nutrient that supports joint health. She also drank green tea, which is packed with antioxidants that help fight oxidative stress in the body. These combinations of food not only supported her joint health, but also promoted overall wellness, keeping Linda energized and healthy. Linda's story is just one example of how seniors can benefit from adding omega-3s to their diet. In the United States, many older adults suffer from conditions like arthritis, joint pain, and stiffness, which can limit their ability to live independently. However, incorporating omega-3 fatty acids into your diet can make a significant difference in managing these conditions. For seniors like Linda, omega-3s have proven to be an invaluable part of the solution. In addition to improving joint health, omega-3s have been shown to benefit the brain, heart, and overall well-being. They help reduce the risk of heart disease, lower cholesterol levels, and even boost cognitive function. These fats are vital to maintaining quality of life in our later years, which is why making sure you get enough omega-3s is essential for aging well. Whether it's through fatty fish, nuts, seeds, or supplements, omega-3s are a must-have in the diet of any senior looking to stay active and independent. Linda's experience also highlights the importance of making small but impactful changes. It wasn't about drastic lifestyle alterations or expensive treatments. Instead, it was about adopting simple dietary habits that she could maintain over the long term. By adding omega-3 rich foods to her routine, Linda found not only relief from joint pain, but also an overall improvement in her physical and mental health. If you're struggling with joint pain or stiffness, consider adding omega-3s to your meals. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to support joint function, improve mobility, and reduce inflammation. And just like Linda, you may find that the more you incorporate these foods into your life, the easier it becomes to stay active, healthy, and independent. For seniors in the United States, where mobility issues often become more pronounced with age, incorporating omega-3s into your diet can help combat these challenges. Whether it's by eating fish, adding nuts to your snacks, or using plant-based alternatives, there's no shortage of ways to give your joints the support they need. So, just like Linda, make sure to add omega-3 fatty acids to your meals, and don't let joint pain hold you back from living your best life. Linda's journey is a reminder that aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. With a little change in your diet and some dedication to nourishing your body, you can stay active and vibrant for years to come. So why not start today? Make that simple change. Add omega-3s to your meals and enjoy a life filled with movement, joy, and freedom. 3. Calcium and vitamin D for bone health as we age. One of the most noticeable physical changes is the decline in bone density. For many seniors, this results in weaker bones and an increased risk of fractures. This natural loss of bone mass, known as osteoporosis, can significantly impact mobility and independence. However, there is good news. By incorporating key nutrients such as calcium and vitamin D into your diet, you can strengthen your bones and maintain better overall mobility, allowing you to stay active and independent for years to come. Let's meet Janet, a 72-year-old grandmother from Nashville, Tennessee. Janet's love for life shines through in everything she does, from spending time with her grandchildren to working in her beloved garden. For most of her life, Janet maintained an active lifestyle, taking long walks through her neighborhood and gardening in her backyard. But as she entered her 70s, Janet began to notice that her knees felt stiffer and it took longer to stand up after a long day in the garden. She also found herself avoiding certain activities due to concerns about falling, and her doctor warned her that her bone density was decreasing, putting her at higher risk of fractures. Janet knew she had to make a change, but she didn't want to slow down her active lifestyle. Janet's doctor recommended she increase her intake of calcium and vitamin D, two nutrients essential for bone health. Calcium is the building block of bones, keeping them strong and resilient, while vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium effectively. Janet took this advice to heart and decided to make some small but impactful changes to her diet to protect her bones and maintain her independence. Janet started her day with a warm bowl of oatmeal, topped with a generous portion of fortified almond milk, her favorite dairy alternative. Not only was she getting a solid dose of calcium, but the vitamin D in the almond milk helped her body absorb the calcium more efficiently. She loved experimenting with new recipes, so she added a side of sautéed kale, rich in calcium, to complement her breakfast. Kale quickly became one of her favorite leafy greens, offering both nutrition and flavor. For lunch, Janet enjoyed a grilled salmon salad, packed with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. Growing up in the South, Janet had always appreciated the flavors of fresh fish, and she was happy to include it in her meals. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are rich sources of vitamin D, and they helped her maintain her energy levels throughout the day. Janet also started making her own smoothies with chia seeds, another excellent source of calcium, and she topped it off with a splash of vitamin D fortified orange juice for an extra boost. As Janet continued to prioritize her bone health, she felt a noticeable improvement in her mobility. She found herself walking longer distances without feeling as much pain in her knees, and she no longer hesitated to bend down to pull weeds from the garden. In fact, she started walking more often in the mornings, enjoying the crisp Tennessee air while soaking in some much-needed sunlight. Vitamin D is produced in the body when the skin is exposed to sunlight, and Janet made sure to spend at least 20 minutes a day outdoors to help her body produce the vitamin naturally. Her new routine became a regular part of her life, and it helped her maintain a strong, active lifestyle. Janet's story serves as a powerful reminder that we can take control of our health, even as we age. By incorporating calcium and vitamin D into your diet, you can ensure that your bones remain strong and resilient, protecting your ability to continue living independently and enjoying the activities you love. Janet also became more mindful of the foods she ate and made sure to incorporate plant-based sources of calcium, such as tofu and fortified plant milks, into her diet. She knew that it wasn't just about preventing bone loss, but about keeping her whole body healthy and strong. One of Janet's favorite meals now includes a hearty bowl of lentil soup, full of both calcium and protein, to fuel her body for the day ahead. Despite the natural aging process, Janet proved that with a little planning and the right nutrients, you don't have to stop doing what you love. Her story is a shining example of how something as simple as paying attention to your diet can help you age gracefully while preserving your mobility and vitality. Whether you prefer dairy, leafy greens, or fortified plant-based options, there are many ways to ensure you're getting the calcium and vitamin D your body needs to remain strong and healthy as you age. Through her dietary adjustments, Janet was able to reduce her risk of fractures and maintain her independence, showing that it's never too late to start making changes that can have a profound impact on your health. The combination of proper nutrition, regular physical activity, and spending time outdoors gave her the energy and strength to continue living life to the fullest. Just like Janet, you too can take steps to protect your bones and joints, ensuring that your golden years are filled with the freedom and vitality you deserve. So, if you haven't yet considered how vital calcium and vitamin D are for your health, now is the perfect time to start. And remember, taking care of your bones doesn't just help you stay strong physically. It also gives you the confidence to live your life with joy, purpose, and independence. As we've seen through the inspiring stories of Bob, Linda, and others, aging doesn't have to mean a decline in strength or independence. These individuals have shown that with the right choices, particularly in nutrition, seniors can continue living a fulfilling and active life. Bob, 78, was able to maintain the strength in his legs by incorporating protein-rich foods into his diet, which allowed him to continue his favorite activities, like hiking in the beautiful Arizona parks. Linda, 72, found relief from joint pain and enhanced mobility with the help of omega-3 fatty acids. Thanks to these essential nutrients, both Bob and Linda are enjoying their golden years with the freedom to do what they love without limitations. The key takeaway here is simple. We all have the power to take proactive steps to maintain our mobility, strength, and independence. By incorporating protein, omega-3s, and calcium with vitamin D into our diets, we're not just preventing muscle loss and joint pain, but we're also empowering ourselves to stay active and engaged as we age. Remember, every small change you make, whether it's starting your day with a protein-packed breakfast, adding more fatty fish to your meals, or ensuring you get enough calcium and vitamin D, is a step toward a healthier, more active future. Keep moving, stay strong, and embrace all that life has to offer.